Where else we going? We going to the Discord. Gotta let the people know that we streaming. Copy that video link. What up, though? Yo. Okay, yeah. I got levels. Um. 1 second. Man, I don't know what I played on here the other day, but Warner Music Group was not a fan. They were like, yo, appreciate you, Ben. Let me see here. Yo, did you guys know that $100,000 a year is not enough money to have a life in America on? It's crazy. I don't know how 90% of the losers in America are making it happen. Like what? Twitter was weird this week. Yo, no albums came out this week. It was just singles. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not playing any of this shit. I seen somebody's breakdown of I seen somebody's breakdown of what $100,000 could get you, and it was like a 2,800. it was like it was like a $2,800 rent, um, insurance for a family of four, um, two car payments, and contribute like monthly contributions to an IRA. I was like, yo, like, bro, what do people think? Like, what do people think America is? Like you just laid out like, yo, you can retire and fucking and live in a safe neighborhood and have insurance, and you're like, this isn't enough money. Like, what do you need more money for? Like, what else do you need? It's just crazy. That shit was nuts, bro. Wait till 2030. Oh, you guys are in the you guys are in the disaster camp. It's all going downhill. You know we've done this before. You know we've done this before, right? Before a lot of us were born in the 70s. Like that's why people say like Jimmy Carter was one of the worst presidents of all time and everything. Like if you look at what was happening in the 70s and how that rolled into the 80s, like there's a reason why, like, bro, like when Detroit and New York completely changed from, and then you look at what the 90s actually was, and it was a glorious boom time. I think it's gonna be the same thing, right? Like right now we're at the beginning of something crazy with the finances, and then all that shit gets squared away, and then the 30s are gonna be the same thing. It's gonna be glorious boom time. We're in the 80s. We're in the 80s right now. You know, we're in the 70s and 80s. Gas prices are crazy. Like, yo, like this isn't even the craziest the gas has been, bro. We had like actual energy shortages where you can only get fuel on assigned days. You know what I mean? This is light work, you know. This is light work. It's not as crazy as as people are are wigging out for. You know what I mean? Like we got a housing market correction that's gonna be rough. You know what I mean? That's gonna be rough for a lot of people. The they're starting to call everybody back to the office. You know what I mean? Like I work in I service a lot of commercial real estate, and there's some places like Comcast call centers, for example, where they're just not having their people come back. They're going to work from home, but then there's other facilities like for example ADP, right? I don't know if you guys know about ADP. It's a huge payroll company, and their building was vacant for like a year and a half, and those people swore they were never going back to the office, and and they just got surprised. You know what I mean? They gave them a 2 week notice, like, yo, bring your ass back to the office. And there was people who would, you know what I mean? Like, this office is in Miami, and the prices went so crazy in Miami that people start back to the office. So there's gonna be like a correction with that. That's gonna be nuts. It's a repeat. My mom told me about when it happened before. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, a lot of people don't talk about that part of the 70s. Like a lot of people's memory of the 70s was just, but that's the thing, bro. Like if you talk to people who lived through the 70s, they're like, "Yo, the 70s was the best time. The music was amazing. We didn't have, crap in the food. Everything was dope. Nobody was using condoms, like it's so it's what AD says, man. It's all in what you make it. Like, yo, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Like there's like you're not going to in America, you're not gonna beat the corporations, right? So if you go if you go to if you go and you try to implement like European things, like where you say like, yo, you know what I mean, like we want this certain like set of wages for these certain tasks, uh, then what's going to happen is those corporations, they're going to say like, oh, okay, but we're not suffering profits because that's not what we do. We're never changing our culture. So you see how we had like a little bump in wages, and we have like we have this bump in prices, and we also have this bump in corporate profits because they're not they're not giving up on that, dude. They're not giving up on that. So you got a situation where like, yeah, okay, workers' rights, you guys don't want to come back to work for no money. That's cool, bro. You know what I mean? We're gonna charge more. And people told you that was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like lots of smart people tried to say that was gonna happen. And it's happening. 70s when the CIA put dope in a that's spicy. You ain't wrong though. You were not wrong. Snowfall type beats. I need some sounds. The 70s was when the CIA put dope in our neighborhoods, and when was it? The early 2000s is when the corporation is when the corporation put fucking dope in the woods, bro. Let's talk about it. You know? Where's my speakers? Yeah, that'd be a good for you guys that like the you guys that well not you guys, but I think that like that would be an interesting like like uh like which is worse, like heroin and crack, or heroin and crack in the inner city, or oxycontin in the fucking in the coal mines. Cause those stories are crazy. Yo, where's my snare? I'm sorry, mama. Yeah, I watched Dope Sick. I didn't want to um I wasn't I wasn't really jazzed to watch Dope Sick, but my wife wanted to watch it. Cause yeah, bro, you gotta remember, I'm from Broward County, Florida. During that time, no, I was never on that shit. But I don't know. That's not for the stream. My opinion on UVI Falcon versus Contact is that um I don't have UVI Falcon. UVI Falcon is just as expensive as Contact, and I never saw the I never saw, like, I don't know, this is gonna sound stupid because I have three prophets, right? But I never seen, but prophets are prophets. But I never saw the benefit of buying contact and UVI. Hmm. This living healthy thing sucks ass for real, for real. uh, yeah, you ain't lying. Take this up a notch. Did you guys check out Melody Sauce? You want to talk about you want to talk about a disappointing plugin. Like, this shit's cool if you're so look, I tell you guys like this. The thing about things like Melody Sauce and Easy Keys and Captain Chords and shit like that is, if you're using these things to make a melody for you, it's gonna suck, right? None of these things make great melodies. None of these things make music that's dope, right? And you'll see that when you watch people use them, they don't make a beat that you want to hear, like, that you want to hear Ransom get on, or that you want to hear fucking Wayne get on, or that you want to hear Uzi get on. Like none of the beats are like, yo, I want to hear like a top tier rapper on it. You watch it and you're like, oh man, like I think, like I kind of suck at making melodies right now, and maybe that'll make it so that I don't pick the weird notes. You know what I mean? So you can use these pieces of shit, but you have to you have to understand that none of these melodies are good to begin with, right? Mail Drop says, also, you'll never learn to make melodies if you use those. I disagree. I disagree. The point that I'm getting at is these are phenomenal teaching tools, right? These are phenomenal teaching tools when you approach them with the mentality of like, oh, okay, these melodies are shit. Let me go fix them, right? Because as visual musicians, which is what you are pretty much if you create on a computer, right? Like if you're big into piano roll, you're more of a visual person. Um so if you can if you could hear it, run it through Scalar too. No, bro. Like, listen, dude. All that fuck shit about let me take a rhythm and have it only play chord tones. Like that music is not my style, right? I don't know about you guys. I don't like music like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like music like that. I don't like that fucking foo-foo diatonic bullshit. It's just not fun. You know what I mean? That shit don't have no oomph to it. That shit sound like bling 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 bling, bling. Like no, bro. No, sir. But if you're the type of person who you create on a piano roll, right? And all your stuff is eighth notes on the downbeat or on the downbeat and backbeats or stuff or something like this. Something like something like melody sauce that will run through random patterns and incorporate syncopation, you'll be able to recognize those patterns and be like, yo, let me experiment with this little piece of syncopation the next time I write my own melody, right? But you can't. I'll show you what I mean, dude. So I was this little piece of shit that I wrote right here, right? This one. So when I like when I was you guys see me play this with my hands. Typically, like a lot of the times, like when I'm like scribbling out a melody, it'll just be a right hand deal, right? Like, so it'll be on some shit like, you know, just doing that. But I noticed this this one melody that I thought was cool after like going through a bajillion of them in Melody Sauce. I noticed, I was like, yo, they're bouncing between the fifth in octaves, right? So I was like, you know what? Maybe next time I go to sit down, when I position my hands, right? I put my thumb on that fifth and try that same movement, but actually do it with my hands. And that little piece right there, that's not something that I would have added. So I'm not doing crazy like left hand voices yet. But that made me a little scotch better, right? If you approach things like if you approach it like that, because a lot of the times, like I remember when you know I was showing you know the other hacks, and then people would hit me up. They'd be like, "Yo, I got all them plugins, and I feel like I wasted my money. My shit's still trash." And it's like, nah, bro, you're going about it the wrong way. You can't just drag something out of there into your piano roll, change the instrument, and then try to make something. You know what I mean? Like you still have to approach it with the understanding of music, and not even with the understanding of music. Like you have to approach it with good taste. You know what I mean? Like these things are only good in the hands of people who have good enough taste to be able to say like, you know what, I can do something with that. Let me change it, right? Like you still, here's what it is. You still have to use imagination, right? If you take these things and you completely remove your imagination from it, and you don't, and you're not using it to to free up brain cycles, to implement imagination tactics into other parts of your flow, then you're taking the imagination out of your music. And if you're taking the imagination out of your music, you're not creating, because because the way you create comes from your imagination. So if you sit down at a computer and you're not having any idea whatsoever, you're just like looking and doing math, like that's how you come up with music that doesn't fucking feel like anything. You know what I mean? Like people who have known me for a while, they'll like tease me, about how my stuff is like, like, oh, CMP only knows how to make angry beats, or he only knows how to make, how to make scary loops, or it should always sound like, you know, um, his should always sound scary or whatever. But you notice that when people describe my music, they describe it with an emotion, right? There is it, you hear it and you're like, I could see something crucial or frightening happening there, right? So I niche in that because you can feel it. You know what I mean? If I tried to write a bunch of R&B, I don't think you would be able to feel like a lot of longing and pensive, like spill your guts out type of emotion, because I'm not like sentimental like that. So because I'm not sentimental like that, my taste doesn't lean that way. And if my taste doesn't lean that way, then how the fuck can I pick out the right the right rhythms and intervals? It don't matter if I buy an R&B melody pack. It don't matter if I use the R&B presets inside of melody sauce. I don't have taste for that. You see what I'm saying? But if you bring me like Detroit beats and I see how to program the drums, fucking slap that shit. Now, I'm not from Detroit, but all that stuff sounds like Michael Myers is coming to get you, and I got that. Does that make sense? There's so much bass. So these uh these portal presets that I got, man. Let's talk about them. So if I go to my portal presets, the way that I built these and the way that I use them is, because people will use like People will use like you'll use like a melody sauce on some shit like, hey, I don't got an idea for a beat, so or I don't got an idea for a melody. Let me scroll through some melody sauce. And to be honest with you, instead of like me, I think a way like if you're gonna work like that, I think a way better tactic is to go to some actual like amazing music, right? So if if you want and like ear hustle it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're trying to figure out how to make dope loops, like it makes more sense to go listen to somebody's amazing loops than it does to fuck with melody sauce where some computer programmer put together some MIDI that they think sounds like trap that don't sound like trap. So so I got this melody and I'm like, all right, this shit is it's whatevs, you know. Um let me grab the old portal now. And like the whole point of these cuz I remember when I used to use stutter edit a lot, like when I was trying to like find a sound or something. And the thing I liked about stutter edit, this is back like 10 years ago. The thing I liked about stutter edit is you could take something simple and it would what I mean, like give it give it a lot of sauce and make something, new out of it, right? Because you're going to have a comfort zone. Like for me, a piano bing 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 that's a comfort zone and it's genre specific. I make trap, right? So Portal, when you use it or you have good presets, it's very good at getting out of that rut, right? So if I go to my reflections pack and I start going through the presets, like let's see, I'm using a piano. I put piano ghost on. So say something like that, I'll be like, all right, you know what? I wasn't really like too into the whole like basic piano arp deal that I had before. So but now I got this pad that sounds like that sounds like, oh my god, crazy sound design. Where the hell's that at, fucker? record this. Where can I get this from? Where's SSL in? Yep. Yeah, buddy. Um, Bro, set 1-1 from here is like one of the best things about live. Like, that shit makes looping so easy. Like, not fair. Get this guy in here. Drop another portal. What else we got? We could do that. Let's do that. Let's see here. Go off into. Yeah, I've been using unclean machine like like unclean machine is the cheaty code. I'm telling you. Let's fix this piece of shit up. Shall we? We shall. That's what we gonna do. We gonna fix it up. Uh-huh. Yeah. All right, now we just gotta find the right tone. Now we just gotta find the right tone. Mm-hmm. That ain't it. I need some textures. We need some textures. We need some textures. Give me some textures, baby. No. I think that might go. Oh, you know what we gonna need to do? Because this is fucking up my rhythms. We gonna need some resampling. Mm-hmm. You know it. That's right. We're gonna need some resampling. Right? See this guy here? No. So you're gonna have to comply. You, sir, you're gonna have to comply. Yes. Roshi, what's good, bro? Roshi's over there trolling the Universal Audio videos. No. No, what are you doing? Who do you think you are? You think you special, you not. I don't think I know. I think I know what I want to use for this. I put this one down for a minute, but I think it's time to bring it back. Yeah, let's talk about it. Let's get this guy in here. Emulator. It's an emulator. Excuse me, why you got so much shit on you, emulator? What is that? Ooh. Mm. Little hard boiled trailer. Ah, there it is. There it is. Come on, give it to me. Is it just the tempo? Let me bring everything back in. See what happens. I'm getting like tell you what I'm feeling like right now. I'm feeling like I'm making the trailer Oh, what the hell's the name of this movie? Um It's the chords and melodies without music theory. You too can make mids. What am I looking for? Come on now. What's it called? Ah. I'm doing a little guitar voicing right now, trying to experiment with something. So close, but so far away. Watch this. Watch it. Watch it. Okay, we're getting to the money now, buddy. We're gonna need another contacto. Oh shit, that's not contacto. I wonder if I can cheat my way through it. You know what? Let me see. I ain't even, because I don't even feel like writing one of these. Yeah. Do you got one up at 150? What's this do? Like, let me. No, I can't do it in this mode. I'll just write it. Why am I being lazy? Don't be lazy, papa. Go to contacto. You saw a guitar where he was using 6 notes to do chords. I mean, it makes sense. There's 6 strings on that thing, right? Where's my free contacts? Got some free contacts up in this thing here. is nice. Don't like this texture loop. I suck at playing keys, but that doesn't mean I'll stop trying. I never stop trying to play something that doesn't suck. Ooh, Kevin with the sauce, with the siggity sauce. Yo, why is 425? What's up, Albie? Pleasure to have you with us on the live. You guys check out Albie's YouTube channel. Another talented musician. And that shit. What's up, Soul Avery? Yeah, and that shit is that's the polyrhythms are easy to do in Ableton Live. You just got to be brave. You got to be brave. I'm gonna try to put a chorus on this again, so don't freak out. And now I have to make all this shit line up because it's fucking freaking me out, man. What sold you on Portal? Were you just like, I find that a lot of people find it find it difficult to use. Like they find it difficult to put in context. Did you go through some of that? I wasn't seeing videos that were relatable, but seeing how you use it, it just clicked. Nah, bro, it's not silly. Like, that's just that's one of the things that YouTubers do, bro. Like, we provide context for people. You know what I mean? Like, not like Portals. The way Portals is advertised, that shit doesn't make any sense for making rap beats. You know what I mean? You have to like find a way to contextualize it within your taste. So it's definitely not silly. Don't feel silly about that. Okay, so what's pissing me off here? Something feels like so offbeat. It's this. This. The strum is egregious. Oh, so it's starting with you. Oh, come on. Bruh. How? How? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna feel so much better when I get it. Ah, that was pissing me off. All right, so what else can we do? Circuit crystals. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's a flute. Yo, bro, you see the new Serato Studio update now has a mixer, and you can now has a mixer, so you could finally use 16 samples instead of 8. And if you look at the vid, it looks like it supports Akai MPC now. That's dope. That's dope, bro. It's exciting. I gotta be honest with you. When I was doing Serato Studio content, that was like a it was like a it was a test, right? So I was cause like when I used to talk to MG a lot, it was like, yo, bro, fucking making all this shit so hot, making all this shit so hot. So when Serato Studio came out, because I don't like to just like I like to test things. You know what I mean? Like I like to test ideas. So, I was like, yo, let me see if like if us using this stuff on YouTube like heats it up and like look at Serato Studio. Let's do a Serato Studio run and see if we get a bunch of people to use Serato Studio. You know, um, but I don't know, man. It's Ableton Gang right now. I should be able to do this part with my ears, but I'm not gonna cap for you guys. I'm gonna do it with my eyes. And you know what? That's okay. It's okay. Yeah, don't leave the sixes in your melodies unresolved. Resolve that shit. Deal with your inner issues, guys. Trust me, if I could afford Ableton, I'd be on that train. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you, bro. Ableton was expensive, man. I bought it shit, I bought that shit on a credit card. I was paying Ableton off for like 2.5 years, bro. I feel you, trust me. Ooh, let's arrange our loop. Let's arrange our loop and make it sound good. We're gonna make it sound good. Let me see here. So. Oh, Kevin, why'd you retract that shit about live? I didn't even get a chance to read it. Man's got gun shy. Got gun shy. Crop the sample, cropping the sample. Portal once again. Make a little B section for the old loopski, Lou, right? Put halftime on it and it's fire. You know why? If you put halftime on it, it's gonna be fire. Oh, where you at though? What the hell is going on in there? That's a lot. Okay, so I know what I need to do. We need to recut that. Get rid of that because that's messing us up. Oh, shut up. Steak G, Do you still use your Zulu CMP? Yes, I do. Do you still use yours? I could be wrong, but I think Kenny Beats started doing Twitch and kind of lit a fire for Ableton because everyone thought it was complex until they seen him use it and realized it. No, that's not what happened. Ableton is the Ableton has been like for the industry, it's been the industry standard for hip hop beat making forever, more than FL Studio, right? FL Studio got to be really popular when like in the 2010s when like Lex Luger and them were were like coming in with their whole sound and everybody and yeah. Yeah, definitely way popular, way more popular. I'm talking about like I'm talking about like real producers, guys. Like I'm talking about people with their names on the records, not like the people that you see on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like so there was like a movement of there was like a movement of FL Studio producers and they were visible on YouTube, right? They're visible on YouTube, but I'm talking about like the people that actually make the songs. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not talking about like I'm talking about industry standard. I didn't say like YouTube standard. You know what I mean? Yeah, even like the guy who like even like Ninth Wonder, he got off FL Studio as soon as he could, bro. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people get off of FL Studio because FL Studio is so restrictive, right? Like there's like especially like before they made all the fixes that they made, like bro, like industry producers wasn't trying to use Edison to record into stuff. Industry producers wasn't trying to deal with like no latency compensation. Like Ableton Live was one of the first DAWs to have what's it called? Plugin delay compensation. Like you guys don't see it because you do like a lot of like you do stuff that works inside FL, but there's so much like real shit that you could not do in FL for up until like 2018, guys. You know what I mean? And if all you do, if your only contribution to music is to like spins 808, arpeggio, um soft clipper, then yeah, like you could go nuts. But bro, people in the industry, there's a reason why you had to bring your laptop to the studio, right? Like why all them kid like why everybody had to bring their laptop to the studio because that shit. No. FL Studio got popular because you know what I mean like when the music industry started getting cheap and they were like yo these kids will and they started hiring 17-year-olds, but the 17-year-olds are not the industry standard. I mean, if you guys, bro, if you guys, look, so you have to like set the parameters of that discussion, right? When you like when you say industry standard, because I said industry standard and you guys were like, yeah, so many people use, and then I explained to you, so and then you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So you have to put parameters like you have to define what you're talking about, right? So when you say industry standard, like what do you mean, right? All you guys in the chat, give me the definition of industry standard, because industry standard does not mean what the fuck you use in your bedroom, right? And it doesn't mean what you stream with on YouTube. So what does that mean? Do you think that like what do you think the industry is? You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna have the discussion, let's have the discussion like Studio One. Like, bro, I don't use Studio One on YouTube anymore. Like if you go to Facebook and you try to run an ad for Studio One, it's gonna give you an audience of 2.5 million people. If you try to run an ad for Ableton Live, it's going to give you an audience of 50 million people, right? But if you go on YouTube and you go to Sweetwater and you look at Studio One's advertising in there, and their advertising says says the new standard, 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 and you get this idea that there's some type of new standard, but when you actually look at the data, you see something else, right? That's the thing. Like you can say like every major studio and label will use it. Here's the thing about major studios and labels, right? Major studios use major studios use major studios use the oldest version of Pro Tools that their machine will allow, right? Major studios do not upgrade to new software. Major studio workflows and the way that we work are completely different, right? We work like this. We work like, oh my god, there's this new thing that can help my workflow. I'm gonna download the demo. I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna buy it, right? That's the way that we work, right? Major studios, they're doing movies, they're doing commercials, they're doing TV, they're doing R&B, they're doing country. They get some shit that works and they use what works until it doesn't work anymore. But you can, like, bro, like we have access to all the information now. So say we wanted to, if it's broke don't fix it mentality. I mean, yeah, dude, these like those places are making like they're making enough money to employ people. You know what I mean? Like we're not talking about like hopefully one day selling $15,000 worth of beats in a year. You know what I mean? Like we're talking about like dependable um dependable money coming in. You know what I mean? Like you think like Jason Joshua is always updating his Pro Tools with the amount, like you guys bump into it all the time. Like, ooh, I update my operating system and now half my plugins don't work. Like, do you think professionals are doing that? Hell no, bro. Like, look, right? Here's Pro Tools. Boom. It just stays up here, up around the hundreds, right? Compare to Studio to yeah, bro. Come on. Like come on. like what like where you get this idea, bro? You get this idea from YouTube. You have to remember, bro, YouTube and Twitter is not the real world, bro. That shit is not the real world. And it doesn't have the like look. Come on. Come on, bro. Like come on. And you guys probably think nobody uses Logic. You know what I mean? What? Look, everybody trying to figure out if these like if this shit works with Monterey. What are Logic Pro people looking for? Logic Pro is looking for plugins. What are Ableton Live people looking for? They want to know how to use Ableton Live. What's FL Studio looking for? BPM finders. Looking for fucking BPM finders and how to change the skin. You know what I mean? Like these searches, do these scream professional? Right? Does this scream pro beat maker? You know what I mean? Is this badass musician? Or is this kids playing video games? You know what I mean? Like BPM finder. Fuck out of here. CMP stay dropping gems and shitting on you at the same time. But how is it shitting on anybody, bro? Like just by saying, look, the perception that people have of FL Studio's popularity is largely based on the amount of videos that are that are on YouTube of of kids of and remember it's kids, right? It's like remember this. It's children, right? It's children making music on the DAW. You know what I mean? Like when you see it, it's not professionals, you know? Not that you can't use it professionally. That's not the point. You absolutely can. People do it, you know? But you just have to remember what you're seeing. Like if you think about it, right? Like if you think about it, right? Who like 2 years ago, the baddest sample maker in the game was Coop the Truth. Like all like after Q Beats, then it was Coop the Truth time, and everybody wanted to figure out how to sound like Coop the Truth, and it was just a whole bunch of kids in FL Studio trying to figure out how to sound like Coop the Truth, and Coop the Truth was using guitar pedals in Studio One. You know what I mean? Working professionally in the industry. And then all the kids were making free loops with FL Studio. It's that perception, man. The perception is wild. It's something else. Come on, Biaish. I was on P10. Up by desktop. P10. There it go. Okay. How soon before Haslam plays in the playoffs? Now we're on to my kind of talk. I think Haslam will be flipping a chair in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals, right before the Miami Heat go on a 13-4 run to win by 1 against the Milwaukee Bucks. Remember where you heard it first. It'll be his most meaningful minutes of his career. I'm just asking because that era is ending soon. As far as when he entered the league, I want to see him go out with a bang. Yeah, he's gonna play. He's gonna like he's gonna retire like when LeBron retires. Like he's gonna do 20 seasons. I think I no I think he might do 21 seasons because I think he wants to be the longest. I think he wants to be the player that played the longest with one team, and Dirk has that record right now. So you know he ain't happy about that. And I mean, you see like from the from the little flare up that happened, like he's like that's his role, bro. Like he's a bench coach. He's probably the most impactful 15th man in the league. Cuz you got to like the thing that the Heat do with like getting all these undrafted players like fucking Gabe Vincent and Max Struess, like dude, Max Struess is going to start. Max Struess is starting for the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. Max Struess undrafted. Fucking Bucky, bro, the White Wolf is starting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Push is my favorite thing about Ableton Live. Push is God. What is this? One 50.5. 150.5. Up 3 is D sharp minor. Delito. Who's winning tonight? The Hawks or the Cavs? Who's earning the right to get swept by the Heat? Cavs? You smart. I wish the Hawks would win. Cavs are gonna be. If we play the Cavs are gonna be a pain in the ass. I already know. Already know. We get Ice Trade. We gonna wear them out. Ice Trade gang. Anyways, guys, I'm getting hungry. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on the stream. Y'all keep it simple, but do not be basic.